Welcome to the All Things BMX Show. It's Wednesday night. I hope you're strapped in and ready for a fun one tonight. We got John Salami joining us here in a few minutes. Man, you don't want to miss this story. It's going to be a good one. I already can tell you we're going to have semis. We're going to go Moto 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah.
Quarter semis. We got so much to talk about.
We're going to drag. We're not getting to the main anytime soon.
No way, man. We're going to have him booked up right after the show's done to come back.
Right on.
His comeback was 32 years later. So you know we got a lot to talk about. Plus, he lived in the POW house. Like, that's my wheelhouse right there.
Whoa.
He's also he's like the main person behind the driving force behind the New Jersey BMX Hall of Fame. And then we're going to talk about his day job. We got plenty to talk about tonight. So if you guys got questions, make sure you get them in the chat. Get them in early. If you got stories you want to share about John, put them in there.
I was just going to say that. Yeah. If you got a little story, little something we can ask him about that we don't know about.
You can join us for the most part each and every Wednesday. We're live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube.
Yeah, every once in a while we take a break and go ride.
Yeah, man, you know. And if you guys haven't done it already, make sure you do that live, the subscribe stuff, and
share.
That is the big thing you can do for us. So if there's one thing we could ask you to do, we can ask you about, following us, doing all that stuff. But what really, really helps is literally right now in the bottom right side of your phone, if you're watching on your phone or your tablet,
that little arrowy thing.
Hit the arrow. You can help us gain exposure by sharing it to yourself via text message, or share it to somebody that you think would really dig the show tonight and each and every night. That helps us get a bigger reach
on your socials.
Man, it's the fastest way for more people to find out about the All Things BMX Show. It doesn't cost anything, so we appreciate it, and thank you.
It's cool.
We are here in Heartland, Michigan, at the Ethan Clark Studio, brought to you by the good folks over at Motor City Harley Davidson at Farmington Hills. The kid and I got to go over there and hang out.
Oh, yeah?
Well, Melissa and the kid and I all went over there, spotted some motorcycles. Melissa said...
You got one picked out, Melissa?
She said no.
Correct.
No.
She said no.
Nobody rides. You can look.
We can look.
Okay.
Yeah, we can look. We can.
Deathsicles.
Hey, it's always good to look.
I want to thank Nick. They're with us for another year. We appreciate you guys over there. Get on over there. They have the spring open house going on April 18th and 19th. It's so big. They need 2 days to do it. 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. both days. They got an open house. They got a DJ over there. No, it's not me or Damon.
Oh, come on. I thought it was going to be you.
They got their own guy, man. He's awesome.
They got like a house DJ?
I guess that's what you say these days. I don't know.
I
haven't done it in a long time.
I have no idea.
They have food. That's what I look at.
Oh, they got food.
They have food.
Man, go look at some brand new Harley Davidsons, get a bite to eat,
awesome.
Listen to some cool music.
Yeah, we saw like a Captain America one.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. That was sick.
Oh, the most expensive paint job I've ever seen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Melissa is with us tonight. Melissa,
hi, everybody. Yeah, I'm glad to be here. It's a great night.
Yeah.
Appreciate you joining us this evening. Sorry.
The weather's breaking here in Michigan. It's getting warm, finally.
Yeah. I mean, maybe a little rain tomorrow, but we're definitely supposed to peak into the close to 70, so we'll take it.
I think by Saturday or Sunday, we're going to hit some 70s. That'll be good.
We survived spring break, so we're ready to. We're halfway through this really rough week already.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Well, all right. So, hey, Justin and I are sitting here at the Ghetto Wear News Desk. And just remember, for the coolest lifestyle apparel out there, check out Ghetto Wear. So go talk to our buddy Bill Prince out there.
That's right.
So we're going to give you a quick little update here on the pro standings after the Rock Hill National. So we're going to start out with, gosh, I can't see this.
Vet
Pro. So top three, we have in third place. These are points, not how they finished, right?
Right.
All right.
Overall standings right now.
Yeah, so in the point standings, in third place, we have Jeff Upshaw. Second place is Nick Long. And in first place is Corey Reed.
In elite men right now, third place, Josh Jolly. Ryan Tugans in second. And Sylvania Andre in the top spot right now for elite men. Melissa, you want to run down women?
Yeah, women elite. In third, we got Darren Merton, I believe. 2 is Molly Simpson, and 1 is Peyton Ridenauer.
Yeah, I got to hear about how that meeting went with our friends over at Going Rogue.
Going Rogue, yeah. All right. So pay attention. Next stop is going to be May 1st through the 3rd. at the Legacy Nationals at the Hardesty National BMX Stadium in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So it's going to be at the headquarters over at the mothership.
Yeah, and we have some other breaking news.
What's that?
Pretty excited to say this and break this news tonight. The All Things BMX Show is very, very proud to announce we have a new sponsor on the show.
And it is?
Evil Alloy.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of gave it away with a shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and we honestly, man, I'm super excited to have Adam part of the family now. And
Yes.
we're going to kick it off right now. Anything you guys buy over there, you spend $50 or more, you can use ATB BMX at checkout and get 10% off. Thanks, Adam. Really appreciate it. If you guys haven't done this yet, get over there and check his products out. So we had him on a couple months ago.
Gosh, yeah.
I got some brakes from him, and hands down the best brakes I've put on bike ever.
The quality of this stuff
This is your house. This is Chris's world.
The machining on all this, a lot of it's aluminum parts, and the machining on this stuff is top notch. So go check out Evil Alloy. Go back and check out our show we did with Adam a few weeks ago. You want to learn more about the company, and I forget who it was Isaac.
Isaac, yeah.
That said it's bling for your BMX bike.
Yeah, great stuff.
Yeah.
And, sponsors in BMX, look, man, they're helping out BMX get bigger when they sponsor our show. They sponsor other podcasts and teams. So when you guys are doing your shopping, if you could do us a favor and check out our sponsors for your BMX needs, and we really appreciate that. And we're going to kick off here real quick.
Run through some of ours real quick. Yeah, so make sure you check out Dye Job Apparel. Dye Job Apparel is high quality, custom apparel for your company, your team, whatever you want to put a logo on. Get a hold of Sean over at Dye Job Apparel, and he can take care of that for you. This is good quality stuff. This isn't, somebody cranking this out of their garage.
That's funny. Sorry. Shout out to Krupp and Carter. Krupp and Carter Clothing Company is BMX for BMX. High quality gear that honors our BMX roots while bringing the culture into the spotlight. Riding isn't niche, and neither should its style be.
Our friends at 8 Degree Pedal, who got a little package from them today. Kalana scooped up some pedals on her bike. So, 8 Degree Pedals, you guys can use our discount code ATBBMX there. You get 10% off even the sale price. So $170, you can use our code over there, and you're going to get 10% off that. Get over there. Best pedals you're going to get.
Get those things. Yeah, I got mine on, rode them the other day. They feel great. Excited. Also, check out Supercross and Torker BMX. Supercross BMX is built on speed, innovation, and racer-first minded
Bill said if you don't have this memorized by next week, you're getting fired.
I know.
And I don't know what I'm going to do if
Bill.
he fires you from this show.
Yes, be bad. So cutting edge frames, carbon fiber, all that fun stuff.
Dude, you ride them? You don't need to read that shit. Just tell them how your bike rides.
So, check out Supercross BMX. They have the brand new Vision F1X that's just come out. And also Torker. They have you seen the Torker Big Bike, they call it? It's a 20-inch bike, but it's based on an old school 80s Torker that was called the Big Bike back in the day. So go check that out. It's a limited run of only 50 pieces on that one. Check those both out. So Supercross BMX. And see what's next.
Our friend over Jake stepping up over at Spark BMX Training. Dude, I got the plan from him.
Yeah.
Got the off-bike plan. Got the on-bike plan. Melissa's watching me roll around on the floor. doing the off-bike stuff.
Yeah. Humorous to watch.
But, so...
we might need to share a video of that, Melissa.
I already burned it.
I already burned it.
He's like, I got these things you got to film yourself doing, and I sent it to him and immediately deleted them. But...
There's no evidence, man.
So, look, he does more than just the racing stuff. Like, if you got, mobility, that's his thing. And for the life of me, I can never get the middle of my back loosened up. We're doing some stuff, and 3 days into it, and it's the best I've felt.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So, stuff, he looks at your videos, tells you what's up, this is what we're going to work on, and immediately it's made an impact. So, check out Spark BMX Training.
Yeah, go check them out.
Oh, we want to mention On Two Wheels BMX. Whenever you're at a national, be on the lookout for them.
Our friends at the Hack Shack.
Oh, yeah. And then we have Wrenchman Wheel Builders.
DB Sports World.
Danger Snacks.
And you guys don't forget, everybody we mentioned and carried on about, you can find their links in the show notes. So they'll be posted down there with all the links to take you right to their website. And we got a great question for you this evening coming to you from our friends at BMX Rocks Photography. It's only $15 a month, man. She'll take all the pictures of you. Because you never take your camera. I never take my phone out.
It's kind of difficult to take pictures of yourself.
Let her do it. She's a professional.
Yes.
And you can pick and choose which months you want to have it on. She has a list of the races she'll be at. Make sure you guys get over there. So your question tonight, this is to go in the comments, in the chat, and we're going to ask John this when we get him out here on the screen in a second. It's this is going to be good. You know this, Chris.
Yeah.
Like Melissa even knows, like, she got a brand. She's like, they need more. So which BMX brand is underrated and needs more love? Yeah.
You're asking me.
Yeah,
right?
Go for it,
Go
Chris.
for it, dude.
I'm going to say a brand that Amy grips.
See? Perfect.
Yeah. I mean, most people go with the bigger known ones. They have a lot of collabs with different riders and stuff. But Amy grips, I've used those things since the 80s. And I don't have any issue with them. I'd recommend them to anybody. How about you, Justin?
It's pretty cliche. It's gonna,
Yeah.
it's gonna be Crenshaw.
Yeah, but that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is.
I wrote a lot of different frames and go out and pick whatever, and it's like, they need a lot of shine. They're doing big things over there. Check them out.
Yeah, he is. Do you have one, Melissa?
I don't know if I do. I guess I just kind of always root for the little guy. So if you guys know of, somebody who's starting out or trying to get involved in something, then that's who I root for.
Yeah.
Especially in the small sport we call BMX.
Yeah, like the little mom and pop place.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's hard to manufacture and market and make a profit all at the same. So, that's why we love supporting companies like 8 Degree and Evil Alloy, because, they're down-home business that will help us out too. So,
yeah.
Well, John, welcome to the show. Thank you for being so patient with us. We appreciate it. What do you got, man? What's a company that you feel, a brand that's underrated and needs more love?
Well, do I just drop bombs already? I'm bringing back an 80s company probably in 3 months.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
that'll be a good bomb.
Yeah. What do we got?
So, they weren't like the end all, like, oh, they're the greatest, but I found a way and I'm going to do it. And it's fun. Everybody's doing it and I'm going to do it so people can finish out their builds or try it, or I might run one in my modern stuff. It'll be fun. A company now that needs more love.
Yeah, it's like an underrated company.
I'll tell you who's been solid forever is like Profile.
Oh, good to see. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, because they're making TNT.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, TNT.
Jersey, of course.
Yep.
I like repping the old stuff and keeping these guys going, rather than like, we're new and we got funding and we're going to bam, and then they're gone. And it's like, how about the 40 plus years of these companies? Just keep them flowing, That's right. So I'd say Profile and TNT for my vote.
Okay.
Great. Those are great answers.
Yeah, those are good.
Like that.
So, all right.
And then when I come out with my thing, I'll tell you, and you can put that in your
Yeah.
That's a good teaser. I think you've done this a couple times.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
I love marketing.
There you go. Yeah. So let's start out with how old were you? When did you first find out about the sport of BMX?
1979.
Okay.
I wanted to race motocross, and I watched motocross, and it was on Wide World of Sports at that time, and the magazines were accessible, and so I got a big fat seat on my AMF bike, and it said MX on the back, and we had the big bars and fenders, And my mom said, that's what you're going to do because motocross is too dangerous. I'll take out the engine and everything will be okay. And I'm like, oh, okay then. So that was her logic. I want to be a motocrosser. You're going to die. My parents, you know,
Right.
they go dark pretty deep. So it's like, you're going to die. I'm like, no. But if you do motocross, then, you know, we'll pull the engine out, then you can. But racing wasn't a thing. I'll tell you, this is all linear, but so I had this bike and the knobbies, big knobbies, and I'm like, I'm gonna be motorcycle, right? So then I go into, this takes like, I'm just ripping around for like almost a year, like 8 months. And I go into Shotzo's magazine store in Manasquan, New Jersey, and I see bicycle motocross action right there. And May of 79, May of 80, Dennis Dane's on the cover in jumping like a wooden indoor jump. And I go, what is this? Like, I was emulating motorcycles. I had no idea that 3,000 miles away or to the south a little bit in Florida, people were just doing it already. And I go, whoa. So I get this magazine and I go, look. And, you know, my parents are like, no, you're going to die. I'm like, you just said if I did this instead of motocross, I wouldn't die, right? So everything's a death, you know, oh, be careful. So I see this and I go, oh my God. So now BMX Action has become this thing, right? Every month. I must have looked at that thing 1,000 times, right? Still have the issue. So I'm looking through it and I'm like, they actually do this, right? Like, wow, I want to do this so bad, right? So the issue before was Sal Zuner on the cover, DG with an NJ New Jersey #1 plate on. And I go, wait, hold on. Now it hits at home. There's a guy in my state that's #1 and he's on the cover. How do I do this? How do I do this? So I had to convince them. And it was July 15th, 1980, Monmouth County BMX in Tinton Falls, New Jersey. That was my first race. And then I was like, I'm actually doing this, right? I'm a motocross fan, but now I can actually compete. So I got last, you know. Like 3 out of 3, I got a ribbon and I got a pie plate and I hung it on my wall and I go, this is so exciting and exhilarating. So it would have been starting 79 as a motorcycle guy, but then BMX was the magazine right there. Yep. And that was it. Hooked till 2026 in a way.
In a way. That's cool. Right.
Yeah, I took some funny detours that were like also BMX related. And I raced till 92, which was cool. And I actually made the pilgrimage in 1988. I was at Howell, New Jersey, and Brian Gass was the 09 rep. So everybody knows the 09 bag. If you see the 09 bag coming and they pull out a plate and they make it for you, you're like a god, right? So I was on DJ's bikes with Doug Luden and people like that. And Brian's like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, hey, man, we're 09. And he goes, yeah. Pulls out the plate, makes one for me, hands it to me. He goes, you like living? He goes, you like living here? And I go, you know, the track's closed. We have the Ironman race and Central Jersey BMX, but like they closed down till April. Right. It snow sucks. He goes, why don't you move to California? Oh. And I go, hold on, wait a minute. So Bob Osborne has created this utopia through the magazine. So I was magazine guy every month, BMX Plus, everything. I would just worship these magazines, but through them, as everybody knows, Bob Osborne is creating this utopia of like, hey, it's fun to eat tacos with Mike Buff. You're like, wow, they eat tacos, right? So then I'm watching USC football games and it's sunny. The cheerleaders are, you know, excuse me, the cheerleaders are hot, right? So I'm 20 years old. Do the math. And then, so I'm watching USC football games.
They're
and I go,
still hot.
they're having fun. It's sunny out. Why am I here in the snow, riding rollers in the basement or going to an equestrian center, sneaking in and doing laps on the horse track that's covered? I'm out of here. And then Brian goes, just go ahead and come out May 8th of 1988, come out. I had gone to California, flew out in March of 87 to just check out California, stay at my friend Big Joe's house, the best friend I grew up with. And we went there and there were lowered cars and VWs and they're throwing pennies into the subwoofers and they're popping out to that yellow song, chicka chicka, right? So it's like I throw it in and I'm like, this is amazing. It's Bakersfield. Really, it's just an oil town. But I'm like, this is California. So then I go back, I set a date and I go to Brian's house. And when I get to Brian's house, May 8th I did the whole country in like 3 days. I was so excited just driving in my Ford Escort. And then I get there, and his parents go, "Oh, Brian didn't tell us you were coming."
Oh, Jesus.
So I go, "Oh, cool." And Brian's like, "It's okay. It's okay. We'll send you my brother's room, whatever." And everything was okay. So then I just stayed with Brian for a while and was like Orange Y, all these tracks. I did go to the Irvine. The Irvine had a World Cup, and there's 30-foot doubles in 1987. And I go, I got to go to Irvine track. I have to jump those doubles. They're like, all right, relax. I go, no, I have to go there. So I drove there and I just hit those things. Probably took me a while to get them, but I'm average at best till recently. But so I'm jumping these 30-foot doubles. I'm like, this is California. I love it. So I was hooked, and I think I've been back twice since '88.
Oh, wow.
Even though I'm the organizer and the founder of the New Jersey BMX Hall of Fame, I do it from here because it's sunny and nice. That's why. But yeah, so that was getting me to California. So I didn't think it was a big deal. I used to listen to self-help tapes like Norman Vincent Peale, Dr. Wayne Dyer, with my friend Joe. We're 17, 16. We're like, we're going to be champions. We're going to be champions, right? So for me to make the pilgrimage out here, it wasn't a big deal. Like I was like, whatever, I'm just living the dream, right?
Sure.
But now I look back and I got people come up to me like, man, in the Jersey Hall of Fame, our first one in 2024, they're like, dude, you did it. I go, what did I do? You lived the BMX dream. I'm like, it didn't seem that way to me. I just wanted to get away from my angry dad. Because as I'm driving out in May of 88, I get to the top of my hill in Jersey and I look back at my house. I go, he's never going to yell at me again. And if he calls, I can hang up. This is great. So like, I just pinned it for 3 days. Like, I got to get away. The further I drive, the more he won't yell at me. So, and I got to California, but it was cool. My mom used to put the magazine in the window. So when I came back from the school, I would come down the hill and I'd look and I'm like, the magazine's here. I'd sprint just to get in to look at it. And I'd talk to my mom, look, Mom, you know, and my mom's favorite racer's Mike Miranda. So,
oh boy.
we would talk about, yeah, right. He calls her to this day on her birthday every year. They'd have a conversation like, you know, you have a son too.
Yeah.
But you know, Mike's Mike. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
awesome.
I did it and I landed here and I raced till 92. So the thing is, the funny thing is, and you'll understand this like Michigan stuff, except for Tomac. But so so every year I'd race these state races and I'd be good. Do okay. And one year we finished the season. I ended up in points #1, but there wasn't enough rider count to have a state championship race. Everybody went to, I think it was like, well, they went to Pennsylvania for a race, or there's another race going on the same weekend. So I'm like, well, I showed up. They're like, yeah, but you have to race as Pro-Am and you got it. And I go, so I didn't win. So in my heart, I go, I got this title, right?
Yeah.
And when I get to California, and I go to Bakersfield and Orange Y, Mike Luna's like 12 years old, and he pulls you down a straightaway at Orange, and you're like, excuse me, but who the F is that? Like, who? Oh, it's Mike Luna, and he's 12. Like, it was such a different plane of existence for me to roll in there.
The skill level of the riders was totally different out there versus East Coast.
Well, these 12-year-olds are just smoking you down a straightaway, and I'm like, holy cow, this is insane. But
yeah.
I'm still going to live out the dream, you know. And it's funny because I did okay. You know, I worked at GT Bicycles for a while. Gary Turner's awesome, and I would get parts. You know, like Bill Grad was Florida Hall of Famer. He was the Robinson rep. So it's like, look, we got this frame, and it's got a little scratch. We can't sell it. I'll sell it to you for like $80. I go, okay. And the funny thing is. My first, before the POW house, was the HBP house. So the HBP house was Chris Moeller moving out of his house for the first time into this house. So literally, I've had these conversations with Chris, like when he was 18, about I'm going to build this company and I'm going to build a factory and it's going to be fun to work there. I'm tired of breaking these bikes. I'm going to get them built. GT will build them, or Cook Brothers was building them. And then I'm going to build my own. And this is like general conversations at night. So I was absolutely there for the genesis of S&M bikes because Chris lived right out of his house, P.O. Box 145 Huntington Beach. So yeah, it was fun. So the HBP house was like a whole nother animal. Like you're like, oh, the POW stories must have been wild. We did some crazy stuff in the HBP house. And I hope nobody that has any comments ask me about any of those wacky stories. But yeah, there's a Cologne story one time that's pretty funny from the HBP house, but I don't know what your rating is here.
We don't have one. You're good.
Okay, so somebody pees in Bill Grad's cologne. Wait till he gets ready to go out to the club that night. You know, we're all sitting around looking down into his room. He's going to spray his
waiting for it.
It's coming. You know, Bill's like, you mother. And we're running. And we used to, so the neighbors hated us.
Well, imagine that.
Well, yeah.
How many of you live
by
in
the
the
ramps, the noise, whatever. So the neighbors hated us. So they go on vacation, right? So it was Dave Clymer, Alan Foster, John Paul Rogers,
Oh gosh.
me, and Chris. So one of those delinquents, I might be John Paul. He could verify that, but he goes, I'm gonna go take a dump in their toilet. I go, John Paul, it's summer and they're not coming back for like a month. Exactly, right? So he runs over there, does that, and we never hear anything about it. I'm like, I wonder what happened. Did they come home? Like, what was it like? Did it smell? How bad was it? But that kind of antics was like the HBP house. And then when we finally got kicked out of there, Alan and Eric Millman, we called him Grandpa because he was like 24 at the time. Grandpa, like he's 24 years old.
He was the old guy.
Yeah, he's the old guy. So he and Alan got the lease going. I think Ralph Byrne might have been on that, another Jersey guy. So they were the guys that got us in. But then after that, it's like, we're in a house. Then it becomes this thing, right? Anybody staying over for a national stays there. The Hall of Fame was anybody that's ever lived there. It was like Lawan Cunningham, Todd Lyons. It was just amazing that out of the back, even Dave Mira stayed with us. So you're in the kitchen and you open the kitchen door and there's a track. You can literally get on your bike in the kitchen, roll, and you're into a berm. And there's a video floating around on YouTube of the backyard. So, and then we had ramps in the front yard. Next door was a professional skateboarder, and they had ramps. So one night, dude, stories are endless. I got a ton. Enjoy the ride.
That's
so.
all right.
One night there's a band playing, and I love singing at a band level. We have a song about John Tomac, actually. So shout out Michigan. So I go play with this band, and I'm like, wow, these guys are really good. They know what they're doing. You understand, Salami? You just played with Guttermouth. I go, what?
Oh, what?
Yeah, they were practicing, and you were over there just hanging. Oh, let me sing, and they're like, whatever, go for it. And it was Guttermouth, right? I'm like, this is awesome.
We had the bass. We just had the bass player on the show. He races.
Yeah, and Damian Sanders was this pro snowboarder that was skating that lived in that house. So that all, if you ever talk to him again, that all meshed together.
Holy cow.
Yeah, and there's a time, I don't know, these guys can't kill me. We'll get to that, why they can't in a minute. But so Todd Lyons was out squeegeeing the tree one time. And I go, well, dude, what are you doing? We used to drink malt liquors there and it wasn't good. I don't drink it all now, but maybe why. But we used to like drink these 40s and then things would get crazy. So Todd's out there squeegeeing the tree. I go, what are you doing? He goes, it's dirty, man. And I go, dirty? So there was always, people would stop by and visit and then they'd stay. Like, oh, he's going to stay for the night. And that turns into like 6 months. But this is awesome, but rent was $120 a month.
For the whole house?
For the whole house. We had 8 to 10 people in the house. And what we would do is Anthony Reyes, it's going to be a night, guys. So,
all right.
Anthony Reyes, his dad, owned a moving company. So Anthony Reyes was on like Boss and I believe LNS and super fast dude. He came back and raced and did well. His dad had a moving company. So his name was Bingo. Hey, Bingo's got work for 8 guys. We're going to move this office from this side. We're moving these giant cabinets. Okay, Bingo wants you for 8 days. All right, that's enough money to pay rent. We don't have to work anymore for the rest of the month. We can go to the races, right? So you got Moeller who's making fortune, not telling anybody, oh yeah, I don't have any money, I'm poor. Right, dude. Eric Millman, Grandpa, was working at GT in sales or purchasing. So like I worked at GT for a while, but it was only to get to the track, right? Like I got to be out of here at 5 and then a giant tractor trailer of tires would come in. And you're like, oh, we're going to miss practice. So like everything evolved around BMX. You rode out your front door. If dishes piled up, you just buried them in the backyard. You never cleaned them till Dave Mira got there. He cleaned them up. But so your whole world is, I got enough money. I'm just going to race and then I'll go on summer tour. I'll work for Bingo for 3 months. I'll build up all this stuff. Then we're on the road. and you get little sponsorship deals or Pacific Palms gloves, or you get like a bonus because you have an Amy sticker on your plate.
Oh yeah,
But it was the
contingencies
whole
and
thing.
all that. Yeah.
So we'd go on summer tour, and I love that, like the factory guys, I love them all. They're all my friends, but paid this, paid that. We literally would shower on golf courses. I showered in Indianapolis with a bar soap on a golf course when the sprinklers came on in the morning. We would sleep in the stairwells of the hotels. So this was in the 80s. So like you go in there at like 3 a.m. No one's going to come walking through the stairwells. You sleep there and you get up early enough to where you don't get busted. Did that. We also used to grab the all you can eats, and you would keep the plate and somebody would put it in their shirt, and then you pop it out and you'd go, oh, hey, just ready to go to the buffet. You go to the buffet, and after a while, the servers would come by like, that plate is busted and folded. It looks like it's 2 weeks old. Get out of here. So they'd kick us out. Or actually say, you guys have had enough to eat. You need to go. I've gotten that a couple times too. So yeah, just survival. And the POW house was just people that wanted to develop. And it was a great place, because if you get up and you got Moeller, Clymer, Lyons, and Cunningham saying, let's go do gate starts or sprints, you're like, I get to, these are elite level dudes. I get to train with them. And, I still rode this wave of average. I think I got 5th at a national once in pro. I got like $75, but average at best. But the passion was always there, which will lead me to tell you what's going on with all this other stuff. But so yeah, it was fun. The POW house was great. I mean, there was wild, crazy times I don't want to talk about that certainly aren't R-rated. But it was like just a group of people from all around the country. Like, we don't have anywhere to go. We want to live the California dream. We'll go call the POW house. You can stay there. Okay. So 12 guys at a time, rent's even less. Rent's $120. You're like, you just
It's $10
do whatever
a
you
month.
do whatever you want. Plus, you have access to a track, gate starts, 5 different tracks. The only night of the week you couldn't ride was Tuesday. So
Wow.
yeah, it was a great time, But of course, I just was getting beat by more and more younger guys, right? Like, so you get Robert Zay now. He's like 11, and he's like, and you're like, how is this possible? I'm 24. Like, how is this happening? And that's when I called it quits there in like 92, which is interesting. I went on to be a soigneur. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's like a trainer massage therapist in mountain biking. So I went on to that because all my friends were going over, like Cullinan, who I met up with yesterday. He's doing great. He had another open heart surgery. Lopes went over there. Lee Donovan went over there. Carter went over there. So I said, man, I don't have the skills to race, but what's a soigneur? Well, you do massage work, you do bottle prep, you do laundry, you do bag carry, you drive to the races while they're sleeping. That's a job. And I go, wow, I'm going to go to massage school. So I call my parents and I go, hey, it's $700. I want to do this thing. I'm retired from BMX. And they go, well, that's expensive. And I go, dude, it's a Jersey Italian thing. Maybe you guys don't understand. So, so then I go, okay, so Julie Furtado, one of the greatest mountain bike women of all time, lends me, she goes, here's $700. I don't give a crap. Pay me whenever you want to. I go, cool. So I get out, I graduate, and I get right on the road, and I'm doing soigneur work for Schwinn, factory team with their World Cup thing. I travel the world with them.
Wow.
Then it becomes real good. So now I'm kind of with other teams. I'm working with other teams. Like, hey, I want to work for you guys. But so then the whole Sean Palmer era came in, and then I went to Specialized, which was cool. Sean Palmer was on there, and it was a giant Mountain Dew sponsor.
Sean Palmer was the snowboard guy, right?
And mountain
Yeah,
biking.
yeah. So he comes to mountain bikes, and it's like getting top 2s in World Cups.
Yep.
It's like, how's that happening? Right? I know it's a BMX show. We'll circle back around. I know.
no, it's fine. We go
funny
everywhere.
story. We rarely talk about BMX.
So then
Yeah, we go all over.
I say, man, this is amazing. But then Mountain Dew pulls out, and they go, we're not going to sponsor you guys anymore. And the team tank, they go, man, what a ride. That was like 4 or 5 years of like traveling the world, Italy, Spain, Norway, France. Like, you get the World Cup schedule, and you're like, I have to go here. And it's paid for. And I get a team car to drive around in, right? This is amazing. So, and at that time, I was training people. So I got to train Sebastian Tortelli and Ernesto Fonseca, Honda factory riders at Supercross.
Holy cow.
So that was like, I'm like, whoa, this is so cool. Like, I did the same thing for them. And then 2 great stories. So Sean Palmer wants to qualify for a Supercross. I've never really talked about this. I'm glad it's you guys. Shout out to my favorite accent in the world. So Palmer's like, look, my dream is to just make a Supercross main event. 125, that's I don't care what I get. I just want to make it. Come to my house, train me. Okay, no problem. I go there every day. I load his bike for him. The thing with a soigneur is you want to make it that the only thing they have to do is train and sleep, and that's it. And you feed them. Like, you make meals for them. It's a crazy job, but I'm a caring person, believe it or not. And I like to just to help these people. And then when they win, I win, because physically or genetically, I'm not going to be a downhill World Cup guy, but I can also be there in my heart when they win. So we go to the Supercross, and Sean actually qualifies for the main, and I go, dude, you did it. You lived your dream. And he's like, I followed him around the X Games when he did those 5 different sports. And then he goes, yeah, I did it. So I go, what do you think? And he goes, I don't even care if I get dead last. I wanted to make the main event at a Supercross, and I did. And he burns his tire to the ground. And then, so I helped him fulfill that dream. And I was like, wow, this is what I live for, is just to train and help these people. I get a phone call from my friend Corey. He said, listen, Donnie Robinson is looking for a coach. Donnie Robinson, the BMXer. Yeah, Olympian. Help him out. I don't have time for it. Help him out. And Corey helped me out through the Showing in Specialized Days. So I called Donnie, and I have a periodization plan. And that same plan, we're getting to it, right? It's a BMX show. It's all things BMX, not everything cycling in the world.
It's all good.
I get this periodization plan from all my years of research. I started personal training in 1985 with bodybuilding and all this stuff and all these athletes, and then MMA guys. And then I get myself on my own plan to make my comeback, which is crazy. We'll get to that. But Donnie Robinson, I'm working with him, and he was so cool, and his dad was cool, and they were so involved, and and I just interviewed Donnie on my Lunch with Legends on YouTube, the podcast. And he goes, yeah, man, it was good times. And I go, wow, thank you for, first of all, remembering you're a god in the BMX world, but we had a good time. He was a first-year pro, and I go, I know if I use the Sebastian Tortelli or Ernesto Fonseca plan, those guys, Ernesto started working with me, and he was a 125 guy. He moves to 250, first race in Anaheim, and he podiums on my program. And he was like, holy shit. So I know the program works. That's why when I made my comeback 34 years after, I knew that plan works, because it worked for all these people, right? Yeah. So getting back on the BMX plan, because I still I have something else I forgot to tell you about. That's very interesting, and it's also relatable because today is Pistol Pete's birthday, Pete Lonkarevich. Oh. And that's a whole nother story, because as we're traveling, I'm going to go till the wheels fall off.
This is so awesome. No, it's great.
Because this is why I'm doing this, okay? Because in the intro you said he's lived this life, right? And I go, I have lived, but I've never really talked about it, because people go, I didn't know that, and we haven't even gotten to the movie stuff yet. But so as we're traveling, it's 1994. Pete Lonkarevich is like, you got to try this jiu-jitsu stuff. There's this guy, Royce Gracie, from Brazil. He's beating all these dudes up. You got to try this. I'm doing it. And I go, I want to try jiu-jitsu. This is 94. So I'm traveling, going to all these events. I can't find time. In 1997, I start Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I'm in my 29th year of it. I'm an instructor. I was awarded my black belt in 2012 by Pete Lonkarevich, my BMX hero. How does that happen, right? Now he's my jiu-jitsu hero. He's my sensei, master. And I'm like, how does this work where and shout out to him on his birthday, one of the greatest of all time.
Happy birthday.
But how does this work? So I parlay from mountain biking, jiu-jitsu, and after the BMX thing, but it's all BMX related, right? All the BMX people go to mountain biking. I go there. Pete's taking jiu-jitsu. I go there, right?
Yeah.
So it's all just a really cool little thing that I'm doing. So when I get to the movie stuff, well, should we even go BMX? There's so much more. Look, I got notes. Look.
Holy cow.
Don't think I know how to run one of these things. You know what I'm saying? Because I would love to talk. The comeback is a whole nother beast, and I think it's awesome, and it's interesting to people, because I'm going to do a Facebook Live on returning to BMX after 50, because I think it's important, and I've lived that, and I want to give it to the world because I've lived it and I know what happens. And I never said this publicly, but some funny things happened to me in my comeback. And I might as well, because you're like, oh, we're gonna bring heat, so I have heat.
Okay, that's fine.
But it's the comeback, so I don't even know if we're ready for that because I don't know.
Well, you said you really want to talk about comeback after 50, and I know I've taken time off, and it was well before 50, and it just gets harder and harder. I can't imagine.
I'm 59 in 3 months, so it was a comeback after 58.
Wow.
Which is a whole other beast, right? Because 51 to 55 is like legit. Like they're good. 56 and over, you can see even more of a slowing, right? So,
well,
not necessarily.
I feel like that
in where I'm at, not expert. You know,
okay.
Lord knows I don't want to race Billy Griggs. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
One of my roommates. That's a whole other story.
Wasn't he your landlord?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I had the landlord trilogy. This is cool. I had Darren Mitchell was my landlord. Billy was my landlord. Todd Corbett was my landlord. So I have all. Oh. Yes, there was I call it the landlord trilogy. Yeah, it was that was the POWs versus the MVPs and all that stuff went on. That was fun. When Greg Hill tried to like fight me and grab a bat and bring it to my house, but that's a whole nother story.
Oh, wait
that we probably have time for. No, I'm just kidding.
We'll do that on the next show.
Yeah.
Got something to look forward to. We might hear the Greg Hill story next time.
Oh, it's so good. And we just posted about it the other day, which was really funny. But no, I think it's important to talk about the comeback because I see so many people that want to, and I have an opinion on it, and I've lived it, and I've lived it to a pretty good level now. Mm-hmm. I feel I'm doing better now than I did when I was chasing the dream in my 20s, which is odd. I have way more sponsors now. Really, we're going to have to talk about those, right? You guys know how that works.
Uh-huh. Oh, sure.
And it's interesting because it shapes your life. So if you're 56 and you go, okay, I just finished work at 5. My normal is to go home. I'll see what's on TV and feed the dogs. And when you lock into something, and you get those feelings, and the muscle memory comes back, you say to yourself, wow, now I have a purpose. Like every day of my life now is, and I'm on set for like 14 hours sometimes, but I go to the gym at 6 o'clock because I have a purpose and I have a goal. I feel later on in life, you kind of succumb to, well, I got to take care of the kids and I have to do these things. But if you race again and you get a gate start and it all comes back, you're like, whoa. And here's a funny thing, like you're going to fall down. You're going to get hurt. I don't go fast enough to get hurt. Sometimes, that was funny. Sometimes when people watch me, they go, is this in slow-mo? I go, no, that's real time.
Right?
But I don't think, I say this to myself for my own sanity, right? Like if I say to myself every day, I'm not going to fall and get hurt. I'm going to move in the direction of our most dominant thoughts. Rewind to being 16, listening to Norman Vincent Peale and Dr. Wayne Dyer in the car. All comes around, bros. You just got to listen.
Right.
So it does. So if you have this thing, like it changed my life so much that I'm training a guy, Bruce Elliott. I'm training him for Jiu-Jitsu Worlds. And I said, look, you're 58 too. Let me put you on the periodization plan that Donnie Robinson was on, that Tortelli was on, Fonseca, Palmer, like the periodization plan. And he goes, dude, this brought new rejuvenation into my life because every day I go, I got work, I got the kids, I got the dogs. Oh, but 8 o'clock to 9 a.m., that's when I go to the gym. That's when I do your program. It's interesting. So I think I can infuse people, because this is why I'm here. I want 1,000 people or more at my funeral go, that guy, he was cool. Like some people hate me, but we'll get over that. But he helped me out in the littlest way. And I think if I do this thing, I can give back again. Not even with my Lunch with Legends podcast or whatever I'm doing, or the Hall of Fame, I can give back to people. And I know there's a group of people now, and it's so cool. And if I could speak on the comeback and how it happened, it would be awesome. Mm-hmm. And I might as well, if you guys allow me to do that, that would be great.
Oh, definitely.
So,
because we've both taken time off and came back.
Yeah.
Like how much time?
I took 8 to, was that close to, I think 8 years, maybe 8.
Wow.
Close to 10, but it was in my late 20s going in the 30s. So when I came back, I was in my early 30s, mid 30s.
Yeah.
And then as I went through, I was like, oh my God. It was like you cruise along, and then all of a sudden, man, bam, that one hurt. And then I hit 40s, and it was like everything, I was fine. 41, 45,
Yeah.
no problem. Then 46 is standing around the corner with a billy club. And it was like, damn, I got to work twice as hard to get half the results, man.
But it's interesting. So I'll just give it all. Like, I'll give you the synopsis of what I need to speak about. My Maine Coon cat's going to be annoying, but whatever. So I go to Frogtown because I used to work for Todd Huffman at Auburn. I used to put Auburns together. So if people have Auburns, I probably was the guy that put them together with the Loctite, which is another crazy story.
That's one of Justin's. Someday I'm going to have one of those.
That's my holy grail.
If it fell off, it wasn't me, but whatever.
that's my holy grail.
So I go to Frogtown, and I do photos for a living, professional photographer. So I'm taking photos, and I'm watching everybody race, and I go, man, that seems like fun, right? I go to Dirty Fest, and I take pictures. I'm talking to everybody. It's amazing the people that you run into. Dirty Fest and Frogtown are just phenomenal. You get out of your car and you're like, I got to go to the bathroom. Oh, Andy Patterson just came out of the bathroom. Oh, cool. You turn around like, oh, Greg, how's it going? Gary Ellis is right here. You ping pong through the parking lot, and you won't get to your destination for probably like 20 minutes when it's normally a 5-minute walk. And then you'll talk to people and they'll walk away and you'll go, so I'm talking to Andy Patterson. He locked his keys in his car. He's talking to a friend of his. And that guy walks away. He goes, hey, Carl, like, I'll be right here when you get back. And I go, oh, Carl, let's go. He goes, that was Carl Butler. I go, Carl Butler was like 10. The last time I saw him, he's like, and he comes back and I said, man, I apologize. I mean, we were at the same races. John, how's it going? He goes, dude, how's it going? So we hang out at every national, current national now, because he's awesome. And through Dirty Fest, I talked to Jason Jensen. You're like, now he's like this, right? But you'll run into these people and you can't place a face. Who was that? Who was that? That was whomever it was. And then
everybody should have a name tag, right? Everybody should have a name tag so you know who it is.
Yeah, because
Hollywood,
everybody ages, right? And McGrath is there. Like, how cool is that? He was in my class last year. So anyway, let's continue down the line here. It's got to be linear, not really. So I go to Frogtown, I go to Dirty Fest. So I go, you know what? I'm gonna race Dirty Fest, and why not? But here's the thing that Mike Miranda will argue with me to the death for, and I don't believe in it. It's the only thing I don't believe about Mike. He said, if you train for Dirty Fest, you're coming for the wrong reason. Okay? That's Mike's opinion. My opinion is, hey, listen, I got this plan that I put Donnie Robinson on and Sebastian Tortelli, and I'm going to train my ass off for it. I'm going to go through the periodization plan, and I'm going to show up ready to race. Why? Because when I do something at my job and I create a movie, my name's on it. I don't want people to go, dude, you messed up on that. They crossed the 180 line. My name goes in me being on the track. So I'm like, okay, I call S&M, and the sales guy had a S&M dirt bike. I'm like, oh, I'll keep to my roots. I was an S&M guy for a minute. So I go, I'll just race this dirt bike, and I'm training for it. And it gets me up. I'm doing the right things in my training program. I believe in the program because I've seen it work at the highest levels. So then I get there and I go, okay, well, I'm on this S&M, 1999, and I have a pretty stacked moto. And I get third, and I go, shit, it's been 34 years. How does that happen, right? Like, that felt really good because I'm training. Mike, I'm training for it, right?
Right.
So I go, okay, I got third. Confidence is high. Magoo hooked me up with helmets, and Mike Rodriguez with crit plates, and now I'm like a factory whatever, because they're not. It's all age groups, right? And I get the second moto, and I go, oh, yeah, bro, the plan, right? Third moto, I get second again. I go, wait a minute, right? Like, I wasn't this good in the 80s. I had what's the word for it? I had a thing I would tell people. I say nobody in BMX got more fifths in semis than me. I don't care. I was the king of the fifth place, right? Guaranteed. Like, oh, there it goes. And I must be giving someone that won my money, right? So now I'm 3-2-2, 34 years later, and I go, it's not so bad, right? This is cool. Go into the quarter. Clay Anselmo is the current dude, national age group, who knows, 7, 80s, on 09 at the time. I'm in fourth and they're taking three. I go, oh, this is going to be like a Moeller or Eric Carter. Let's do this shit, right?
Yeah.
So I go, I'm going to take them out. So I high-low and I go in to just take them out because it's dirty fast. Nobody cares. And I plow my front wheel and I eat shit. And I go,
no.
Dude, I went 3-2-2. Confidence was high. I get up and Eric Carter goes, yeah. And he's cheering. And I go, that's the king of cornering. When I train, I go corner like Carter, corner like Cully, corner like Carter. That's what I do. So he goes, man, awesome. Let me tell you what you did. And I was like, so now I get like a free seminar? Let's do it. What happened? He said, you turned the wheel too much and you snowplowed. If you stayed straight and center punched his bottom bracket, you would have taken him out. And I go, man, awesome, right? So I go, what a great experience. This is great, man. I had my tent up there, as I do every year, Lunch with Legends, BMX Stories podcast tent is up. And I was hanging out there and I was like, this is awesome. So I'm driving home and I go, what happens? What happens if I do this in the modern world? So I show up to my local track. It's in Camarillo. It's called Freedom Park BMX. They're amazing. I love it. It's got a bridge and everything.
Oh, sweet.
And I go, what happens if I race this S&M at the state qualifier? I'm on the training program. I've just peaked, Mike Miranda. I'm on this training program and I've peaked for Dirty Fest. It's only a week later. Win the first moto, win the second moto, win the third moto. And I go, wait a minute. I'm racing 56 novice because it's been 34 years, right? Like,
right.
I am nowhere near what I was, right? I mean, I'm training and I think I say nowhere near maybe mentally, but with the advent of proper nutrition and all this new training, I'm pretty decently trained. And I win the state qualifier and I go, wow, that was amazing. And these dudes are on these bikes with slicks and they got all this carbon stuff. I'm on an S&M jump bike with knobbies, right? So I go, wow, that's amazing.
Late 90s bike?
Yeah, 99. It was a 99, right?
Okay. All right.
So then I say to myself, well, this is interesting. What's the state championship race? Wow, that's coming up.
Okay, the finals.
Why don't I just do the state championship race, see what happens? Go to San Diego, Dale Holmes, love him to death, hooks me up at a nice pit area, qualify first moto, win the main.
All right.
I call my wife and I go, I'm bawling. I'm like, I just won the state championship. I've won state champion. No, I never won a state championship. I've won state races back in the day as a pro in Jersey.
Right.
But I never won a national ever. And I never won a state championship ever. I just won the state qualifier of the state championship. I'm bawling. You get this WWE belt, right? It's so cool. So I was like, this is badass. So what's next, right? So I get to my home track and Eric Group, who had done the gate at the state race, goes, man, give me 2 weeks. And I go, what is he talking? Give me 2 weeks. Eric Group, give me 2 weeks. And I go, okay. Calls me up. He goes, hey, listen, I'm at this gas station. You got to come out and meet me. And I go, okay. Well, I hope his car's not broken down. Whatever. Comes out of his trunk and he goes, here's a new Mongoose frame for you from Mongoose and myself. And I go, I'm factory. Right?
Yeah.
Now I'm getting built well helmets from Magoo. I always run the face mask. I'm keeping it real. I don't want to go full modern, full face. I have to run the mask because I got to be real. So I got this bike from Eric and Mongoose, which was amazing. Social media. I got 23,000 members on my BMX Legends Society page. So that's always my thing. Like, I'm going to promote the hell out of anybody that sponsors me or takes care of me because I have 23,000 people that will be seeing this stuff. So Magoo gave me Biltwell stuff. Bill Ryan, Max Pants, 805 Bicycles. Nick takes care of me with everything. He's like my brother. I roll into the shop. He goes, let me look at your bike. I think you might need this. And I'm like, oh, so cool, man. So
that's awesome.
It is, and Nick's amazing. If you guys are ever in the Simi Valley area in California, he has a museum in his shop. He just got a Cos Cruiser from 1980 today. He's got like one of the Mongooses from the 70s. Loves S&M, has all that S&M stuff too. So I get support from him and Bill and Mike Rodriguez, Crit Plates, East Coast. I always got to keep it real there. He's like, sets me up with plates. So I'm like, wow, I'm like a factory novice, right?
Right.
So I start to do okay, and I go, okay, well, I'm on the program. What's the program do? Let me go to Vegas National. Let's see, I've never won a national before in my life. I am on this pretty cool streak right now. I'm undefeated in a sense. So I go to Vegas, and I'm like, okay, this is very similar to my track because it's very short. The first national year is kind of short.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I love the feeling of, here we go back to 1979. I know I go this way, but I always come back. I feel like I'm in a supercross. You got stands, and you can feel that air, and it's like,
because it's in an arena.
Yeah, I'm a supercross guy. This is the dream. You hear people yelling for you. You're like, oh, this is it. I have to win. Win the first moto at a national. I go, I just won a moto at a national. I've never done that ever from age 12 to 24. I never did that, right?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, isn't it?
It's crazy, right? So then I hate this, right? So then they win it and they go, well, you qualified first moto. I go, not again, not ABA, where like, I got to sit for 6 hours now.
Yes.
I trained so hard, I could go 12 motos and not even care, right? So I go, okay, well, I don't understand what's going on with like how they run their mains or whatever. I'll just come over here and hang out. I start to see people come out with trophies, and I go,
no.
I missed my main.
Oh, did you really?
I missed my main, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I go, wait, I just want to win a national. And I know if I win 3 nationals, I get to go to intermediate. I could knock that out in a weekend, and I'm on a winning streak with the plan. So Robert Ramonde's there, Taco Tuesday Rob, and Holly Dunn, and they're helping me, and they're like, what happened, bro? I go, I don't understand. Well, they don't necessarily say it's main time. They just say, here's the numbers, and those numbers correlate to your mains. And what happened to the LED screen? Oh, it's broken. What happened? Who's that guy? Oh, it's his first day here doing the staging. I'm like, dude. So,
gosh.
Then it hits, right? Then you get the stuff of like, where were you? I was watching on YouTube. I didn't see you in the main. You're like,
right.
So the next day I roll up to practice, and the guys in my moto from Friday are like, where were you? I go, hey, this is all new to me, but am I pissed off right now? And they were like, oh shit, the guy that won first moto is angry now.
Yeah.
So I go, okay, now what happens is like, now I got to go to So Cal Nationals or what at Bakersfield because I can't turn intermediate in a weekend. Shit, I can't. So I transfer first moto, win the main on Saturday.
Okay.
I wasn't registered for Sunday, and I go, wow, why don't I just get 2? I'm on a streak, right? I'll screw. So I go up to the thing and I go, hey, I'm going to sign up for Sunday. And they go, it's like 75 or 80 bucks. I go, it was 40 online. And they're like, no, you're here. You're signing up. It costs that much. I go, wow. It used to be 25. And some guy in the back goes, yeah, I remember.
Right? Yeah,
80s,
I
right?
remember. Yeah.
Yeah, you remember like so. And I said, I used to pay $6 at my local track. He's like, dude, you're 56 over. Get out of the line. You're fine. Just move on. So Sunday comes and I win first moto, win the main. And I go, man, what could have been, right? I could have just been an intermediate. Like, this would have been awesome, right? So I'm talking to some guys in the trophy line. This is my history. Used to be POW. I also had an instance where I came out of the gate and there's the 30-foot thing, right?
Yes.
And, you can't do any contact. And I go, well,
Gotta be in a
if there's a
straight line.
bump, what's that?
It's got to stay in a straight line until you hit that line.
Right, not like the old days, right? You just start knocking people over. So in Vegas, there's a bump in 1, 2, 3, and there's nothing in like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I go, well, that's why on earth would I want to hit that thing? But it's after the 30-foot line. So I go, well, whoever's next to me is getting cracked. I'm sorry. Respect our founding fathers. BMX is a contact sport. Available at BMX Legends Forever at yahoo.com. I make these salami prints. It's my own t-shirt.
All right.
I made it because of this instance, by the way. Appreciate the laughter. I'll be here for another 15 minutes. So I say, look, I am not hitting this bump. So the 30 line, it's on YouTube. The 30 line comes and I go crack and I hit this dude. And I go around and I win. And I'm like, that's normal for me, right? It's a contact sport. Somebody went online and said some of these 80s guys come back and they're all aggressive. That's all I know, right? I don't know follow leader. I know crack, high, low, crack. So I get a call. No, is it a call or email? It might have been a text. USA BMX.
What?
Mr. Salami, you are now an intermediate. And I went, no, I'm not an intermediate because I have one more race to go to turn intermediate. I want another national win, right? That would mean I would have 4.5 because I count that Friday.
All right.
3.5. I would have 3.5, right?
Right.
So, and I'll always say that I've won 3.5 nationals. Where is it? That's the plaque from Saturday. The trophy's too big to put in the mantle. I love that. Anyway, so I get this thing of like, you're an intermediate now. And I go, well, no, I have one more to go. You are a pro. So you are not allowed to be a novice.
They didn't catch it?
And I said, well, how does anybody, I had POW repping on the helmet and I was talking to some guys about being a pro. So I said to myself, I'm a gentleman, I said, okay, that's the rules, whatever, I get it. But why would you expect someone to come back 34 years later to clips, go to intermediate if they were a pro? Now, you may say, 3 of you would say, but you don't have to run clips. Yes, you do. In intermediate, you're at a high disadvantage if you don't run clips. Wouldn't it be safer to bring the guys back to novice after 10? I'm talking 34 years here, not 10, not 5, not 15, not 20, 34. Wouldn't it be safe for these older guys, 56 and up, to get us some flat pedal time before they go up? Not if you're a professional. Novice in the rule book, I guess the rule book states, it's like a car manual, I want to read it. It states it's for people that have never had a proficiency change. Whatever. So I'm an intermediate now, and I was like, well, thank you, because now I don't got to spend that money for a hotel, for gas. I kind of got like a freebie. It happened to Charlie Williams, my all-time favorite BMXer, but he was like legit in the run for national #1. He won national with Factory Hutch, GP, Robinson, Jag. Like, he's the baddest dude, right? So I get that if you're a factory dude, national number guy, but to be an average B pro, barely making mains, to coming out and doing this, right? I feel I attest it all to the training program, the desire, the mental of like, I've never won a national. I can fulfill a childhood dream here in Vegas. Like, why not? I attribute it to that. I don't contribute it to me 34 years ago being an average B pro, not making main events, to the reason I won Vegas.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. You had A pro and B pro, and they still, that rule still applies to the B pros?
So you're a professional.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah, I never made enough to turn AA. And in B Pro, my best result was I got 5th at the Liberty Nationals in Jersey. And that's about it. I mean, I was just giving people money that were winning, moto filler. So I don't personally feel it equates, but the rules are the rules, and that's fine. And I abide by the rules. And I was like, but this is my personal feeling of like, why am I an intermediate? 34 years later, as an average dude, I get it. Charlie Williams, Billy Griggs, I get it. You guys are like legit. You were like the best of the best. Dude, I was good in Jersey, right? So, which we have to talk about the Hall of Fame eventually. But so like that was my only thing of like, whatever. So I'll just abide by the rules, and I know what my plans are, and I peak. I literally peak for races. I don't just keep racing, losing power and all this agility and then show up to a race. I just don't give them money and show. I literally peak. Mike Miranda, I'll be peaking not this year for Dirty Fast, but I literally will peak for races. I know how to bring myself to be at my ultimate best the day of the event. Another reason I want to talk to everybody that's over 50 of, guys, check it out. There are legitimate plans for your age to be able to peak for certain races. If you want to peak 2 weekends in a row, it's easy. If you want to peak once a month, it's easy. But so I have a plan now for an intermediate plan where I'm coming back as an intermediate. This is like public information now, but it's so at the heart. I want to come back to intermediate and just smoke people, and then I'm able to say, what is it now? It's the program, it's the desire, it's getting up at 6 o'clock every morning to go to the gym as a 58-year-old, putting aside things that may be important. The wife might want something. I'm like, let me just get to the gym. So that's the plan, is to come back as intermediate and just go boom, boom. Do I ever want to race expert? Never in my life. I'll quit again for another 30 years because I'm not racing dudes that were like AA, Hall of Fame. No offense to Billy and Eric, I love them, but like, dude, they were the best of the best ever to do it. I'm not racing those dudes. Like, I want to race intermediate for whatever, and then I might quit again. But that was my long-winded, right? That's what you get with me. It's okay. But
No,
that was my path to come back. And that's what the end of. So even if you have this dream of coming back and you're doing good and you're doing better and you're a factory novice and you're smoking people, something you'll still get kind of looked at, right? Which is fine. It's okay. There's rules in jiu-jitsu. I don't go to a jiu-jitsu tournament and expect to get punched in the face. That's MMA. If someone hits me in the face in jiu-jitsu, they get disqualified. That's cool. So I'm going to continue. But the drive is to come back and just boom, 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 nationals, Friday, Saturday, Sunday as an intermediate and go, there you go. Put it to rest. Now I'm an expert. I quit. That's the plan.
Well,
as
you might
neurotic
find-
as it is, that's what I feel I want to do in my life. And I've won 2.5 nationals.
2.5.
And I've never done that before. As a kid, ever dreamt about it. Won a state championship.
Yeah.
Went undefeated on the weekend. So technically, I'm undefeated since last year. But that doesn't matter. It's the process of getting up every day and having a purpose to train and do the mental and have a good time. But that's not even a third of what I do for the BMX community. So
Right.
but I want people to know, like, if you want to come back, I get it. And people can reach out to me. I'd love to do a live thing. Maybe we could do it in cahoots.
Yeah.
Or
Sure.
collab, as the kids say. But get that. Let's get to people that want to do it and get over the fears of this and that. I get, like, if you I'm doing camera work in Hollywood. If I break a leg or arm, I can't show up to work. I get all that. But there's a mental thing you can do to get over these things.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I want
that's-
everybody to be on a bike. It's changed my life. When I quit in '92, I stayed close to the sport. I always watched it. It was amazing. Still have all the friends from it. But it was the wife that said, hey, you need to go to the NBA reunion, National Bicycle Association reunion. They're having a dinner. And I went back and I go, my God, like, look who's here. John Palferman, Perry Kramer. Wait a minute. These guys' stories need to be told.
Yes.
And who's doing this, right? And then some guys are starting to pass away and you're like, oh, those stories are never going to get heard. I'm going to start again, because I had a podcast, BMX podcast in 2012. I did one episode with Greg Hill. Harry Leary canceled on me. Another story. So I stopped it and I got working on movies and I couldn't do it. But so I'm standing at this NBA reunion and I go, man, I want it, because I enjoyed so much talking to these people. I need to get these voices heard. But I want everybody to be inspired by certain people that not many people know about. Like, you know, I had Greg on and stuff. So I'm talking to Mark Rink, and whose dad ran Corona Raceway, Santa Ana Elks, WSA. He owned Powerlight, Pedal Power, made the Rink Raider bike.
Yeah.
Aren't they from
Icon,
Michigan?
right? And he says to me, well,
Oh.
let's talk to Botima, right? And I go, yeah, because Jeff saved me at the ABA Grands from a car crash. It's a whole nother story. And so we're driving. I get in this car with this guy. He's no longer with us that was driving, but I get in this car and we're driving and we're doing that stuff you do as a teen on the road. And as we exit, I go, wow, that street lamp is coming up pretty quick. It's coming up faster than it should. I don't believe we're going to stop for that. So we just, boom, we hit it. The lamp goes, yeah, it falls onto the car. Like, it's smoke, airbags, brakes, people are screaming. And the doors open and it's Pete Lonkarevich and Jeff Botima. And I go, did I die? Like, I see the clouds, I see the white light, and there's these two. And Pete goes, we'll get you out of here. You know, we'll get you out of here, get you to a diner so that the cops won't mess with you. I go, okay, no problem. Is everybody okay? Everyone's okay. This guy blew out his shoulder. I make sure everybody's okay. I bail out. We're all bailing out. And I say to myself, man, I am indebted to Jeff Botima. So I would love to talk to him And Mark said, yeah, his health is kind of bad, but let's get that story. Jeff passed away last year,
not
late
too long
last
ago.
year.
Yeah.
Dude, and he's so cool, and he's such a nice guy. And that's the voice that I have that needed to be heard because he's no longer with us. And I say to myself, look, I got some iconic people as exclusives to my Lunch with Legends podcast on YouTube. I got Elaine Holt, who started the first newspaper ever and coined the term BMX. Like, she's the godmother of BMX. She was the first person to go, David Clinton. She made superstars out of the 70s guys. I believe her first issue was like 75, right? She hired Bob Osborne and Wendy to work for her to take pictures. And then they went on to do BMX Action, a little paper called BMX Action.
Right.
So I have her on my podcast. I have Brian Lewis, who's the first person to ever be on the cover of BMX Action magazine. And I have Mel Stoutzenberger, who rode BMX bikes and created BMX bikes before there was bikes in bike shops that were BMX. He's taken Stingrays, cutting them up, making jean padded big seats, banana seats. I said to Mel, what was your first BMX bike you can remember? He said, well, the ones that I made. And I go, so you're telling me you were racing, jumping, riding in ditches, street riding, in the 70s, 71, 70, 71, even not 69, and you're riding bikes that you made. He goes, yeah, there was no BMX bikes in stores. And I go, dude, what a great, so I'm trying to get these obscure voices heard where you go, cool. Wow, I never knew Brian Lewis. When I saw Brian Lewis on the cover of BMX Action for the first time, I go, that's interesting, Brian Lewis. Why would Bob Osborne put him on the cover and not Stu or Greg or Harry Leary, Clint Miller? Why Brian Lewis? I realized I was a kid in New Jersey that I didn't know that Brian Lewis was beating Stu and Greg and all those guys locally. And when his parents divorced, he stopped racing. So like, what would Brian Lewis have become? I need to talk to this guy. Because I always had that question, like, well, who was Brian Lewis? And Mark Rink introduced me to him again. Mark's been pivotal in my Lunch with Legends podcast. And I sat with him. I go, man, you were the man. He goes, yeah. So Greg Hill tells me, hey, listen, you got to ask him about being on the gate. And I go, Greg has a question. Greg wants to know what you did on the gate. And he goes, well, I used to put my front wheel over the gate, get out my comb. I'd comb my hair, put on my jersey, put on my helmet. Meanwhile, everyone at the gate's like, dude, what are you doing? We're racing. And he did it to mess with people. And he used to wear suspenders with no shirt and show up on the starting gate.
He was in the psychological warfare before it was a thing.
Right.
Yeah. And he said he did that. And I said, Brian, you got to come out to Dirty Fest. He goes, yeah, but I want to race. And I go, because he has some injuries, motorcycle injuries. But it's people like that the reason I started Lunch with Legends is I want these stories to be heard. You know, Jeff passed away. I went to visit him during his final couple months, and sometimes he'd answer the door, sometimes he wouldn't. And it was sad, but I wanted to stay in contact with him. So I created my podcast for that specific reason of Lunch with Legends. I want someone to go, Mel Stoutzenberger was the man, and Mel was a photographer. So all those early pictures of the 70s guys on Stingrays, that's Mel's photography. So not many people know that. Do people know that Elaine Holt started the first newspaper ever? She was the first person to photograph Clinton and Greg and Stu. And so I'm interested in that kind of get the stories heard, because not everybody's going to be around forever. Elaine's pushing mid 70s, if not more. Yeah. So I want voices to be heard. And I think even going back to the 56 and over, let's get everybody together, man. Let's unite people through BMX of, you can make a comeback. You're a legend. I want to talk to you before this is what I'm doing. That's like philanthropy work, but this is what I do. The racing was like me taking a chance and knowing I could do well. But as far as the other part of my life, it's like, I got a call from John Shackle in New Jersey, and he said, look, I started this Facebook page. You seem like you're posting all this stuff. You got all this crazy knowledge and historian Jersey stuff. Why don't you help us with the New Jersey BMX Hall of Fame Facebook page? And I go, yeah, I got BMX Legends Society Facebook page. It's doing well. So I jump on and I start posting through Elaine's books. You can buy all Elaine's newsletters. Dennis Dane has them. They're all bound and they're beautiful, and you can see all her original copies of her newspapers.
Yeah.
So I got those, and I'm looking at Jersey stuff. I said, John, listen, I found the first ever New Jersey picture from anybody from Jersey, and he goes, let's post it. And he goes, hey man, we should do a Hall of Fame. And I go, yeah. So let's start working on it. I'm in Cali. I know all these people. We can pull this together. And the people that I raised, Todd Lyons and all these people, Bill Ryan was around, they're all owners of companies. So I'm like, hey, let me just call them and say, hey, can you sponsor the event? Yeah, no problem. We got product. Somebody in New Jersey goes, hey, I don't get Salami doing what he's doing. He doesn't even live here. Why is he doing the Hall of Fame? And somebody said, because you're not.
That exactly. Exactly. That's the thing. Nobody's doing it, so somebody starts doing it, and the first thing people do is complain about it.
That's stoicism, my man. I don't know anybody that studies that shit, but that's what that is. Study stoicism; it'll change your life. So so I do it, and we have this crazy good event, and it's so hard to do these events. People have no comprehension because we're dealing with a lot of things. Okay, first of all, we're mostly doing this in our teens and 20s. Now you're talking to people that are like 65, pushing 70. Maybe they don't want to be seen in public. Maybe they had a really rough life, and you have to kind of tread lightly when you speak to them. Like, it's not like, yeah, that guy loved BMX in 75. He'll love to come out and talk to you. He wants to, no. So it's the thing is, and even getting callbacks is hard. Come on, guys, get your bios in. I'm excited for you. Let's make your bio, send it in, and I'm not really with computers. I'm not that good. So to do a Hall of Fame, it's super hard. I love it, and I love the stories. Like if I connect with someone from 75, I started 79, so like, tell me about a story. And I'm on the phone most of the time, maybe 4 or 5 hours a day on my days off sometimes. Tell me the story. Okay, 1975, first shovel went into Millville. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. So Hall of Fames they're a beast, but they're a monster. But why do I do it? I do it so that everybody's brought together through BMX. When I saw people at the Friday night party, the first Hall of Fame 2024, the faces of people coming together, like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in 30 years. And I'm walking by and somebody goes, yeah, John McNeil. I go, John McNeil, the Hutch guy from Virginia. Holy, now he's this tall. Like, it was such an adrenaline rush to put everybody together.
Yeah.
I say to myself, it's such a beast. We didn't do it 2025. And in 2026, I'm like, I want to go bigger, better. I want it to be giant. I want to be virtual, because now virtual is, you don't have to get your flights. You don't have to pay for a hotel. You don't have to pay for meals. You can grab your popcorn. Grab your popcorn. I'm Bill Ryan. So come on, tell your friends. Awesome. That's for you, Bill.
Yeah, that's great.
So, I think a virtual is, and we'll drop an announcement soon enough about that show. But a virtual will now get me to 23,000 people on the BMX Legends Facebook page, 2,000 on the New Jersey page. And from what I'm told from a genius about producing, he could do that at the same time, right? So I'm now reaching potentially the world with a Hall of Fame, which I think is amazing. Like to have that reach of like, we're not putting everybody in a chair and, oh, the show went too late and the music you played was terrible. This food is awful. It's all gone, people. I would love to have a party, and I am going to have, I'm telling you first, this is an exclusive world premiere. All right. I'm going to have the biggest BMX party in the world coming up soon. Stay tuned. I love a teaser. I'm working with some people now. You can figure this out if you just read between the lines, but I will, it's going down. You guys will probably have to come out to this. But anyway, more on that later, because I don't stop.
Let us know.
No, for sure. Like it's, anyway, because I want to do, if I do something, I want to win. So I'm going to, that'll be like the end all. But anyway, so where's I going with this? Oh, anyway, so I'm bringing all these people together, and that's why I love the Hall of Fame, is because the stories to prep it are awesome. Everybody's talking, and sometimes nobody calls you back, but whatever. Hey, I'm in, and then they'll call you back. You're like, okay. Oh, yeah. But so I'm bringing people together that way. I'm bringing people together by maybe inspiring one guy to go, yeah, I read all your stuff. You're all hyper about this modern stuff. I tried it. So it's like jiu-jitsu. I have my students, and I'm building them and creating them to be these killers in tournaments. So all I know is to become a teacher and an instructor and a real true martial artist. You're teaching these kids everything. So with the BMX thing, I'm like, cool. I want to bring people together. I haven't talked to this guy in 40 years, and this guy just passed away. Oh man, I didn't know. But hey, listen, we got a podcast on him, Lunch with Legends, or he got inducted and then he passed away. Okay, in his heart, he went out in the Hall of Fame. So my life is bringing people together, because at the end of the road, when I'm in that coffin, circles around, guys, and I'm in that coffin, people will say, he did something. He did some cool stuff for us. And individually, he did this for me, or as a collective group, he did this for me. So that's why I do everything. And the selfishness is like me trying to pump up like I'm factory intermediate. Like nobody cares. Nobody cares. It's fun for me to act like, because I never had a chance to be the dude. But like, right. So I got Max pants on. I got my my crib plate on, and my mongoose. I'm rolling deep. That's fun. Everybody knows you were just an average dude. But now that's fun. So what I really want to do is just help people. And I started another Salami Prince t-shirt company, bringing the funny humor to BMX and to bring that back. And now I did the Craig Mears shirt, which is like the first track that was like really huge. The NBA Schwinn tour went through there. So like I made a Craig Mears shirt with the original phone number on it. I sold a couple of those. I'm making this one. So that's fun. And then I'm doing the BMX Legends Society page, which is awesome. Just contributing to other Hall of Fames. Like I have a couple states and actually a country that wants to do one. So I'm consulting with them, because I feel like it's a burden and it's crazy, but you'll love it in the end. I was in tears at mine a couple times. Like, look what I did. I created this thing, and I brought people together. So that's huge for me. And that's the reason I do it, is I just want to bring the community together. Like, so everybody can, I haven't seen them in 40 years, 30 years, like, and then for racing, get up, make it a daily thing, right? So imagine I change your life, you want to race again, and you're putting in the work, it changed your life. Then you go to a vintage thing, or you go to an event, and you're like, oh, that guy puts that on too? Well, he really helped me through BMX, change my life. I'm healthier. I got to meet my old friends. That's why I do it. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. No, it's
just
cool
kidding.
When you see all these people come back, where they've taken that break and come back, or maybe they just found it for the first time.
We've been able to be part of that to certain people that left and either knew Chris or knew me. Mm-hmm. Then they see us doing the show, and they get like, hey man, I want to get back into riding, and we're those people to help direct them. So that's just a little bit of what you're doing. So totally.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter at what level. It's like, what do you do in the world? Do you give or take? When you go to bed, did I give today or did I take? Right? Because you're either doing one or the other, right? So at the end of the day, I can say, God, I gave and I gave and I gave and I gave hours and hours. People roll up, they're like, when's the Hall of Fame going to be? It's like, do you understand the work I'm putting in? And if I can make it magical, and this year, thanks to certain people, it's going to be magical, right? And they'll see the end result. And they'll go, well, that was okay. I put my freaking blood and soul into it we didn't do one in 2025. So it's been that long for me to get a hold of people, gather them up. Dale Holmes has been also pretty good with me on sometimes he does virtual, sometimes he does live. Yeah. And I'm like, the virtual thing really, it's good. I think it's going to be great. It's economical for everybody. Flights, I had to fly from Cali to Jersey, and then I stayed in an Airbnb, and then the eating. So
I think something tells me it's going to be pretty awesome. It's going to get put together real good.
Yeah.
No, for sure. And I've been telling people about it. No, virtual's the way. Dale Holmes inspired me to do the virtual. He does the British one. And I was like, it just seems it's going to be really cool. And imagine if you're not even from Jersey, you're like, Hey, it's a Friday night or Sunday night.
So-
I
go
didn't know
check
that
it
Jersey had these people. Oh, I know that guy. I should reach out to that guy. Now we're back to this stuff
Yeah.
again, where I'm bringing people together from other states.
What do we
Right?
do?
It's
Right
it's
on.
insane.
What do we do Wednesday night?
Yeah.
After the show's done, like the show's hanging out talking, and the Zoom stays open, and
People come in.
Yeah,
And we
and
just sit there and shoot the breeze.
this because the code doesn't change. Like if you're ever a guest, the code doesn't change. So
Wow.
we just sit around and shoot. It really started kind of with COVID, right?
Yeah.
We would do a show and then just start talking afterwards. And
Our show started during COVID, and that's where we gained a lot of our viewers and stuff was during COVID because everybody was
Yeah.
home and had nothing to do, couldn't go racing. So,
Yeah.
that's where we started doing the show.
then like we call it the after chat. We just hang out like what you're talking about with the virtual part.
Yeah.
And that's how we've met a ton of people, and
Oh,
they
gosh,
just
you got
come in
people
and
from
hang out.
all over the country.
World.
Yeah, you're bringing people together,
now.
right? Listen, so
Oh, that's true.
the world is this, right? You're either giving or taking. You're making an impact from your date of birth and your death date, and there's a dash in the middle, and you're responsible for filling that dash.
Yep.
You can either take from the world or you can give back to the world. Why would you not want to leave a legacy of like, oh, well, Salami did this. He did this. He did this too, and that and people can say like my students will contact me 15 years later. I got my black belt. I did it. And thanks, you were my first coach. And man, I use all your moves. I'm like, I'm trying to be the Pied fucking Piper. And sometimes it gets twisted sometimes.
Yep.
I'm trying to be the Pied Piper and bringing these people through, jiu-jitsu people and BMX people, and boom, 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 boom. And then I've done my work. I can just die, fill in that dash, die, and know I did what I needed to do to bring the world together. It's such a bigger picture than people are like, that novice just smoked us and hit us coming out of the 30-foot
After
thing.
the 30-foot line.
It's a bigger thing. I'm hitting you because it's entertaining. But there's a bigger picture behind that elbow. Like there's a guy connected to a heart that wants to bring people together. And that doesn't work with everybody. I'm not likable to everyone. Whatever. I try. But it's like I said, you got to understand how people live their lives. And some people like, I don't want to be seen. So I heard from another genius that you're able to either do voice or we can do a video for the Hall of Fame. Some people don't want to be seen. I've heard a guy say, I had a motorcycle accident. I don't want to be seen. I don't even want to accept my award. I go, okay, that's fine. We can do a video. Or I'm sorry, you can do a audio, and then you just accept your award. And I got great backing. Hyper Bicycles is my title sponsor. So they're going to raffle 2 e-bikes.
Oh, nice.
Now here's the thing, people. If it's virtual, couldn't you win in Florida or Arizona or Texas? Yeah, you can just comment. Another wise man told me, in the comments you could put bike, and that means you're going to go into a raffle thing. So virtual means you don't have to fly to Jersey. Hyper's cool. They're going to give away 2 bikes that night. One's going to be a regular bike, probably a mountain bike or a BMX bike. And then an e-bike is the grand prize. Clay and Judd and Travis at Hyper were our sponsors in 2024. And they're coming back because it was such a good time. Mike Rodriguez makes giant crib plates that we put in the front of the thing. I did my pre-party, which I thought was funny. And I got some comments on the pre-party. And I was like, you missed the point. I can't control people. But my point is that if virtual brings us all together, now I'm letting you win e-bikes when you don't even party. Maybe you didn't race New Jersey in your life, but I'm bringing you an e-bike because you were in Idaho and you tuned in that night, right?
Exactly.
Perfect. Yeah.
As my dad used to say, Managgia facci, ma che cazzo stai facendo vissima, ma che Dio sia faccia.
And with that,
Don't translate that if you have a translator, please.
and with that, we're gonna jump to Melissa's trivia segment. And while you guys figure out what that was,
No.
Don't figure
Wait,
it
did
out.
you just call us a bad name? No.
Yeah, no, that's, now you know I went to the top of my hill, I looked back and I went, oh, I'll never have to talk to that guy again.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, it is
It is
Melissa's
that time.
trivia question time. Brought to you by our good friends Krupp Carter. You guys get over there, check them out. As it's getting warmer in the northern part of the country and around the world,
Yes.
finally thawing out of winter. Get over there. They got all the new short sets, and They have the fresh drip, as the kids say. Melissa.
Right
I
on.
don't know if the kids say that word anymore.
They don't anymore? Oh, it's...
I think you're old.
I am. No, there's no doubt about that.
We
I don't know,
never
you have-
claim not to be
Fit.
old.
Have to
They
ask-
have the fresh
drip, huh?
Yeah,
fit.
Laura
Is it fit now?
Halana might. Yeah, you're gonna have to double check that.
We're gonna have to
Yeah.
check
I'm
with the
6'7"
kids.
over here.
I don't...
No, that's dying too. Thank God.
Yeah.
Now they're all like, God, don't say 6'7" anymore. It's so
Hey, on
7?
God, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No cap.
That's awesome. All right, gigantic with all the new sponsors and everything that's going on in our world over here at All Things.
Oh, yeah.
Gigantic sticker pack going out to the winner. Buttons and danger snacks and highlighters and
I didn't even get a... There's a fresh box out on the porch from Sticker Mule. I didn't even get a chance to bring them in.
Oh, it's still
boy.
out there?
Yeah.
Your
Hey,
Harley
so
Davidson.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Danger Snacks, right? That's
Yes.
Brian Dorsey.
Brian Dorsey. You're loving to death. His mom was the one of the, if not the greatest announcer ever.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, being in Michigan, is it Danger Snacks or is it Danger Snacks?
We're
Snack.
still snacks. We're not to that Wisconsin, like, we're
Oh,
not...
gotcha.
We're not
long A, not the short A.
Or
long
the
A.
UP, they get into
You-
that
well,
a
that's
little
just
bit.
Wisconsin for me.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Sorry,
up-
it's
up
not
in-
my segment. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Oh no, you're so fine.
Yeah.
All right, sunglasses and beverage koozie going out. I
Oh,
got
stubby.
the.
Stubby holder.
Stubby holder.
I have no idea what
The
you're talking
koozies.
about, but okay. Your what are these called?
Microfiber. towels.
Microfiber. Thank you. That was the word was escaping me. And then I got Krupp and Carter tie-dyed T-shirt. This one is a size large, I believe. And then your Motor City Harley Davidson backpack.
Was there a chip clip in there?
Hey, where's the chip clip?
No, I think I'm out of chip clips actually.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
I think those were from Marysville, weren't they?
I think...
Now we got some Motor City ones.
had some.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, they have a bottle opener in them.
Is
You
there
are-
a double Gonzo?
You
is there a
are the
double
official
Gonzo?
spokesperson.
Is there a Ted Nugent autograph album double?
No, but
Yeah.
Chris
No.
is neighbor to that guy.
I
yeah,
am
yeah.
not.
All right. So my question for the evening, before I lose you all,
Oh.
is early on in the conversation, John was talking about some of his earlier days, and I would like to know how much did he spend to go to massage school?
Great question.
How much money did John spend to go to massage school? So first one in the chat gets yourself a prize pack.
Chris, you want to let him know who's on
Yeah.
next week?
So, hey, guys, come back next Wednesday night. What is
That-
that?
I
Oopsie.
did not render that one.
Whoa.
This is why you can do this right on the fly.
All right, you do that. I'll do this. All right, so next week we're going to have Travis Johnston will be our guest. He's coming back. We're going to talk Ohio Trail Series next Wednesday.
Yeah, it's getting ready to kick off, man.
Yeah.
And it is, God, that thing has grown
From last
even
year.
from last year, man.
Yeah,
Yeah. Shared a couple little tidbits he's got and like some giveaways that they're doing, and
Yeah.
he's just grown that they have grown that. He's put so much work in, and he still finishes it off at his house with the trails with the bonfires to light up the jumps at night.
Oh, wow.
Still doing that, but man, it's grown. He's got a lot of stuff he's gonna be sharing with us, and looking forward to having him.
Think of it as like a state series,
Yeah.
but for trails.
That's awesome.
And he's had other states reach out to him already, and like to set this up, like because there's a lot of moving parts, John, where some are on private property, some are on public property, and they figured it all out, and they put on a heck of a show, and so
that's
it's
cool.
just it's like a Dirty Fest vibe when you're there, and they just a jam, and they have they had I think it was 3 or 4. He'll verify next week. Special frames just built to give away in those events. They're one-off frames, yeah. And then they give away at the end of the series. They build a retro, vintage mid-school bike. These have been mid-schools lately. Build them all up like your dirt bike, and
Yeah, your
that's
S&M you're talking about.
yeah, like your S&M you were talking about. They build something up like that, and that's a prize they raffle off. And they're
Oh, that's cool.
man, they're awesome. Yeah, so
My wheels are turning. See that?
there you go.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Dang,
It'd be cool if we could get to one
chat
of those.
Just blew up.
What?
Yeah, apparently it was an easy question.
I
Lots of correct answers.
Oh,
I-
we
when
gotta
you-
find.
Or
first.
they all were like paying attention.
think it's paying attention. Yeah.
But you know what though? Like, I know the answer, and the answer might be different from the. Well, it's still going on, right?
No, you can go ahead and answer. I have a winner.
What did I pay? Technically, I paid nothing. Julie Furtado. Got it.
Well, that is true. I was just about ready to clarify. What amount did you borrow?
Yeah. And that's crazy. That was 1995. Imagine what it costs now to do.
Oh,
It wasn't the full blown like 4-year thing. It was like, I'm going to get my certification to be able to work professionally. So
Yeah. Well, that's
that's how
all right.
much it costs.
And that cost you what, $700? I think you said.
$700. Yeah.
700
Yeah.
bucks. Yeah.
So Miss Holly Dunn was the first one in the chat to
Right.
get the correct number I was looking for. So
She pays attention, that Holly Dunn.
yeah,
Yeah.
she does.
$700 will buy a lot of tacos. Man.
She was kind of paramount in my Dirty Fest comeback because I'm a wreck. Like, I'm just so focused, and she'd come down and be like, "Hey, no, it's all good. You know, you're doing fine." And yeah, she was kind of like a pretty huge reason why at Dirty Fest I was like just locked in and boom, boom. She's like, "Here's water." I'm like, "Ah." So yeah, shout outs to her for helping me.
You
No, Holly's.
you want to
good
know
at
what
it,
it's
man.
worth today? What $700 is?
What is it?
$1,500 now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
For a massage certificate.
No, just what I googled what $700 from 1995 is worth today.
Oh,
just
just,
the
uh,
money cost.
just the money,
The
yeah.
The money.
inflation on the money. Okay.
Massage.
So does that mean Holly won the thing?
Yeah, she got the
did.
prize pack.
Yep.
That's cool because she makes prize packs all the time, right? To give out.
And she probably is going to get some of her own stickers because she sends us
She's
the
just-
Taco Rita stickers that we put
Yeah,
in
yeah.
there. So
Oh, I need one of those.
what?
I need
don't
one of those.
think I've.
I
had
got
any-
one. I ran one, so
I
I'm
haven't had
expecting.
any of those in a while.
I'm expecting like a Italian coffee or something because I ran her sticker. Like, what's the contingency? I need to. I'm a factory intermediate now. I
exactly.
need to know.
What am I getting out of this?
Yeah, you're not factory novice anymore. You moved up.
No, I'm factory intermediate according to the higher ups. But anyway, hey, two and a half nationals.
Hey, that's pretty awesome.
2.5 more than I got.
Yeah, right.
Hey, you come back and do it. I'm telling you.
I'm an expert class. That's a rough one. I got
I can't.
I got
I can't.
Cruiser. I got a Gold Cup win.
Yes.
That's pretty.
nice.
Yes,
that's-
yes, yes,
Okay, yeah, I forgot about that one. But yeah, even in Cruiser, I'm like, that's quite a few dudes that's got to fall down.
Yeah. The thing is, getting it in your 50s. That what you did. The goal is getting it in your 50s. What you didn't get in your prime. So like,
Yeah.
did you get a Gold Cup when you first were racing?
No.
Exactly. So you're winning. You're on the winning team here.
I got to
Hashtag
experience that.
Yeah,
That's
Chris
pretty
did.
cool.
Chris won a national at like his home track, Waterford Oaks, a couple years ago, and we had, dude, Rick was here from Beer Budget. Our friend Sean was out here.
Yeah.
There's people
My
from all
dad
over.
was there.
you
That
know?
was the coolest
That
part.
was shit. I think I might have all my eyes might have started sweating. I don't.
Yeah.
It was
Nice.
hot that
Waterford
day.
Oaks is amazing. I did Waterford Oaks on '89 summer tour. It was beautiful, fantastic track.
Still.
It still is.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
They,
And the thing is, I can't. A lot of people wanted to come. I want to come watch. I didn't tell anybody really. I'm opposite to you guys. Like, you're like, oh, everybody's around. It was fun. I want to be so locked in. I don't want to deal. So tell me what happens if you lose. I don't want any of that. So
Right.
I literally like, I sit in my car, which is perfect in Vegas because you can't. There's no seating. You can't bring your bike in. I just have my playlist. And I just boom, 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 execute, execute, execute. Mike Miranda, I'm so sorry, my brother. I have to train and execute.
Right.
It's just whatever. It's jujitsu because when you are in a jujitsu tournament, sorry, I'm cutting in again, but
You're fine.
I have a lot to say. If you're in a jujitsu tournament and you look across at the guy on the other side of the mat, he wants to hurt you.
Yeah.
BMX to me is way easier than jujitsu because this guy literally wants to break something on your body. You touch hands, you go back and you're like, it's on for 10 minutes at black belt level. I'm a 3rd degree black belt. No problem there. So You have to hurt this person before they hurt you. So somebody's like, BMX is hard. Are you shitting? Try to fight someone for 10 minutes that wants to break your leg or choke you unconscious compared to, oh, I might have to roll those triples.
So,
Right.
remember when beginning of the show, we had the bass player on from Guttermouth?
Yeah.
He's black belt Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu also.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
He's gone down a path few will go down.
yep.
Yeah.
You guys share
Yes,
that
one
common-
at the level I'm at now, it's 1 in 18,000 people get to where I'm at
damn,
right now,
that's
and I'm
crazy.
eligible for my 4th degree this year.
That's amazing.
Holy cow. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
29 years. Look, I can barely do this. Look,
Wow.
but yeah. So my BMX is so much funner and easier.
Yeah, I can imagine
Well,
compared to that
like
way.
you said, I've never wrestled a set of triples that want to choke you out.
That's true.
Putting my helmet on is hard because I don't have any ears anymore. But it's like get stuck.
Is that locked up again?
Is it?
What's that?
No, we're still streaming.
Oh, okay. I just saw the video over.
Oh,
on
this
your-
one is. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're still streaming. We're
Oh,
good.
sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Got that bug worked out.
Oh,
Well,
good.
we're definitely gonna have to have you back on, John.
Oh,
we know
definitely.
there's
Yeah, I didn't
probably
get
a
into
lot
the movie
more.
side
Yeah,
of things.
I
It's
know
a whole
it.
nother
We'll
beast.
save that for next time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
something to look forward to.
And
But I'm glad I could finally talk from the heart of like, because I can't do it on mine, right? I have guests. It's their show. It's not
Yes.
mine.
Right.
So when I do these, I really want to like people to understand, like, just give back. If you're at work and somebody goes, well, that BMX thing's for kids. No, come out and try it out.
Yeah,
Like
no way.
in jiu-jitsu, it's like you go home and talk about all these things. Well, bring your family in. Just let them see what you're talking about. So like bring people together, and out of 5, one of your neighbors or coworkers might go, yeah, I'll do BMX. I'm not being a jerk, but it's 30 seconds of your life. If you think I'm not in shape for that or whatever, it could be 10 minutes of fighting someone to break their arm. Like it's something in your 50s that's not as crazy as you think. Like try racing crits or something in your 50s. You're like, so it's 45 plus 1 and these dudes are coming in the corner. Like it's not,
Yeah.
BMX is fun and it's not as bad as people make it out
Yeah.
to be. So- and you don't have to jump shit. I don't have to jump anything.
Oh, no.
Right now,
Hey,
you crazy
no.
experts do.
I'm 48, and I am the king of the double tire manual.
And it's fun. The bikes are, how about that constant activation? What is that mind-blowing thing?
Yeah. I don't do the clips. Last summer we did the show.
Flat pedal.
We sponsored a 46 and over flat pedal series,
Nice.
and we were. And ever since then, I was like, I've never put them back on. I had way too much fun. Just and
It's awesome.
we're all getting in, and the guys are racking up, and there's really fast experts in there, but we're all on flats, and we're like, this is fun because, as you know, man, like you have to ride at a different level without being attached to your bike, and man, it really rejuvenated like how much fun you can have because
Oh, just foot out, high low, just crack somebody. It's so much fun.
we had a Waterford Oak stop on this flat pedal, and holy shit, did that first turn
Oh, my gosh.
explode.
That first corner.
It was so fun, and thank
yeah.
Scott is healed. So
Yes.
yeah, but
Yes.
man, it was great. Like
Yeah.
you were never gonna get that kind of racing clipped in opens, right? Like money opens, never gonna happen. And we had like great all the
big
stops were fun
turnout.
races,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna put them back on. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'll still get in there.
It was one of my only chances to race with Solon Foster, man.
That's true.
Dude, the king of the visor,
Yes,
Yeah.
JMC. Fuck
Yes.
yeah.
he came right in, foot down too, man.
Of course he did. He's a maniac. That picture of him with his foot up above the hay bales is iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he is
He's the man. The best thing is
coolest
when
guy.
you go under somebody and you ride him up high in the corner and they've never done 80s. And I literally get this a lot. You get, whoa. And you're like, what? I'm just coming underneath you. Relax. Like, but you get so close and they think you're going to wreck them. But you might, whatever. But like
You might.
modern dudes that have never done any 80s are like, whoa. You can hear it. You're like, oh, that's awesome. And then you're in complete or total activation. You're like, I don't even have to power wheelie out of this corner. I can just keep it going. Like,
Right.
I love modern bikes. That Mongoose I ride is the most responsive bike. I've ever ridden in my life. No joke. If I'm on a pump track, I look where I want to go and it goes there. And I'm actually like scrubbing. So like as I approach the face, I'm like turning into the face and it just tracks. Like that Mongoose is the best bike I've ever ridden in my life. And I was a big Hutch fan. Whatever.
The modern stuff, people go, oh, today isn't, it's not BMX anymore and blah, 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 blah. The bikes aren't the same. Well, yeah, the bikes aren't the same. Well, neither is the football or the helmets they use in the NFL.
Well,
it's not the same as it was 30, 40 years ago.
Look at what you.
So Donnie Robinson on my podcast, episode 22 or so, Donnie Robinson said, listen, modern day is Supercross. 80s is outdoor, and I go, fuck, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's the same, the jumps are doubled, so you have to remember your lines over these obstacles or jumps, and it's Supercross. And when you race old school BMX like Dirty Fest or Frogtown, that's outdoor. So I'm like, wow, he nailed. Of course, Donnie Robinson nailed it. He's a genius, but like, it is. I'm just racing Supercross, and I was an outdoor guy. That's all the difference is.
I rode the Mongooses for three seasons.
I was going to say 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, and the only reason I switched is I found another company that very similar geometry, and I flexed those out just from riding them for so long, and I give these guys a try. I really like them, but if it wasn't, I'd still be on them.
Yeah, they're amazing. I love them, and you go from an S&M dirt bike, please, to this Mongoose. It's like. And I was winning on the S&M dirt bike, so I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. But Eric Roop is amazing. I work with him a lot, and he told me how to adjust my bike perfectly. He said, no, we don't do gate starts with our hips anymore. I go, okay, that's muscle memory. Here's how you do it properly. Here's what you need to do to your bike. And I'm like, dude, to have Eric Roop there helping me.
Break all that down.
Coaching me, right? He's actively coaches. And I'm like, dude, I got Roop on my side. I got Mongoose. I got all these cool parts, like 805 bikes is like, you need these wheels. I'm like, what are these alien things I'm on, you need these cranks, and this crank has to be this length. I have such a great support system. Being a little nuts too helps, but like I have a good support system that I never had as a B pro, right? So it's cool. I'm loving it to death, and I look forward to ending this season, going into next season, just having a blast. I think people should try it, man. If you're in your late 50s, even if you like the big bike culture, whatever your jam is, just start to do it. And go to a single whoop and just lift up and feel that. Or do a gate start. It comes back. My gate starts came back. I was like, where does this come from in the brain? It's 35 years ago. Why am I like, push? Like, that was weird. Look, no one's around me.
It's amazing how similar it is from back in the 80s, but yet how different it is. It's a mix of both. It's like, oh my gosh, this is the same. Because I had that, the first time I rode the track coming back after 28 years roughly without doing all the math. So yeah, you get back on the bike and you're like, oh my gosh, this is pretty cool. This is kind of what I remember. And then
and no more speed jumping, right? That's gone.
No, you don't do that anymore.
Eric Roop goes, why are you speed jumping anything? I said, Eric, I don't know why I am. I have no idea. If you watch the Vegas thing, I'm like, I speed jump stuff because I'm under a stressful situation, just like jiu-jitsu. If you're under a stressful situation, the fundamentals work, not the crazy YouTube highlight reels. So Eric's like, you don't do that. I'm like, I didn't know. I could have been so much better. I took one class from Eric, and I was like, he taught me how to modern race, and I was like, whoa, I could have done way better in Vegas because 2.5 nationals. I could have done better in Vegas because I wasn't doing the proper things you do now. It's so fun. It's just a different world. It's so fun. I used to be that guy, like, modern, but follow the leader. It's truly not. It's people nailing their lines perfectly and nailing momentum, which we never did because there was a water jump or a mud turn coming up, like, just got to get through this. Yeah. So I love it. It's Supercross instead of outdoor.
Well, John,
that's a cool way to put it. Yeah.
We can't wait to have you back on.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll button it up here, but hang out for a second.
We'll get a date or something.
Yeah. Again, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it, and can't wait to have you on.
Thank you for letting me spill my heart to the world.
Good.
Because I never get a chance to do that. So.
Yeah, that was good.
It's awesome. Hey, everybody, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Again, if you're enjoying the show and that, give us a share. with your friends. Throw it over to your Facebook page. Whatever you can do for us, sharing it would be great. Like and subscribe if you can as well. We appreciate that. We're going to be back next Wednesday with Travis Johnston. He's from the Ohio Trail Series. We're going to learn all about that. So until next Wednesday, everybody have a great week. God bless you. Take care.